50% of people who stop using popular weight and blood sugar medications regain their weight within just 2 years, while shelling out up to $11,000 annually for a lifelong dependency. Is this really the only path to managing diabetes and shedding pounds? Or are we missing something right under our noses? Let me pull you into a world where your kitchen holds more power than a prescription pad, where natural, affordable strategies outshine the hype of costly drugs. Stick with me, because I'm about to reveal 3 game-changing ways to control your blood sugar and drop weight without breaking the bank or your spirit. Now, let's dig deeper with a twist you might not expect. What if I told you the secret isn't just in what you eat, but in how a single patient's frustration flipped everything I thought I knew? Picture a woman who walked into my office, eyes heavy with years of battling type 2 diabetes, her wallet too thin for the pricey meds everyone raves about. She was stuck, hopeless, until we tried something different. In just 3 months, she shed more weight than some of my patients on those big-name drugs, and her blood sugar marker, her A1C, plummeted to an astonishing 5.5%. How? Not with a needle or a pill, but with tweaks so simple they could fit into your next meal. That's the power I'm unpacking today. Real results from real changes, not a pharmaceutical fantasy. Let's explore why these medications might not be the miracle they're hyped to be, and how your body can do the heavy lifting if you give it the right tools. First, let's break this down with some hard truth and science. These popular medications work by mimicking a hormone called GLP-1, glucagon-like peptide 1, that your body already produces. It's a powerhouse. It regulates insulin, tames your appetite, and keeps blood sugar in check. The drugs, they amplify this hormone to levels 1,000 times higher than natural, which sounds impressive until you see the catch: cost, dependency, and that brutal 50% weight regain statistic when you stop. But here's the kicker: you don't need a synthetic boost. Your body can ramp up its own GLP-1 with the right foods, habits, and a little know-how. I've seen it firsthand in countless patients who thought they were out of options. One man, drowning in frustration over his spiking sugars, started with just breakfast swaps, ditching sugary cereal for steel-cut oats with a handful of walnuts. Within weeks, his cravings dropped, his energy spiked, and his numbers started to stabilize. Why? Because certain foods, like eggs, avocados, and high-fiber veggies, signal your gut to release more GLP-1 naturally. Let's get specific. Eggs at breakfast 3 times a week, scrambled with spinach or boiled alongside whole grain toast. Kickstart your day with protein and hormone support. Avocados, sliced into 4 meals weekly. Think half on toast or in a taco. Deliver healthy fats that keep you full and trigger that GLP-1 response. High-fiber vegetables like roasted Brussels sprouts or baby carrots with hummus should hit your plate twice daily for gut health and blood sugar control. Nuts, just a 1/4 cup 4 times a week. almonds at your desk, or walnuts on yogurt. Pack a punch of fats and fiber. And breakfast, often a sugar trap, can transform with high-fiber options like oatmeal, topped with berries and cinnamon, at least 5 days a week. The logic is airtight. These foods aren't just filling. They interact directly with your intestines to boost GLP-1 secretion, mimicking what those drugs do, but without the price tag or side effects. I've watched a patient who couldn't afford meds start with just one rule. Add a GLP-1 food to every meal. Eggs in the morning, avocado at lunch, nuts as a snack. In a month, her energy was up, her sugars were down, and she felt in control for the first time in years. The data backs this too. Studies show diets rich in fiber and healthy fats can enhance GLP-1 production by up to 30% in some individuals, a natural edge over synthetic overdrive. This isn't guesswork. It's your biology working for you, not against you. But this is just the starting line. There's more to how everyday choices can rewrite your health story. From spices to superfoods, each with its own proven impact. Here's where it gets even wilder. Could a pinch of spice be more powerful than you ever imagined? Let's push past the basics and into a territory most folks overlook. Spices aren't just for flavor. They're secret weapons for GLP-1 stimulation. Cinnamon, turmeric, even a splash of green tea. These aren't exotic rarities. They're in your pantry or a quick store runaway. I had a patient who scoffed at this idea, thought it was too small to matter, until she sprinkled cinnamon on her morning coffee every day. Within 2 weeks, she noticed her post-meal sugar spikes weren't as sharp, and her cravings dulled. Why? Cinnamon has compounds that enhance insulin sensitivity and nudge GLP-1 release. A double win. Turmeric, with its anti-inflammatory curcumin, does the same. Stir it into a veggie soup or lentil stew, and you're fighting inflammation while supporting blood sugar control. Green tea, swapped for sugary afternoon drinks, brings antioxidants that boost metabolism and hormone response. Add a slice of lemon or a drizzle of honey if plain feels boring. The trick is consistency. Aim for one GLP-1 boosting spice in every meal. Picture this: a weekend experiment with a cinnamon-spiced smoothie, blending almond milk, banana, and a pinch of nutmeg, or a turmeric latte with just a few ounces of plant-based milk and black pepper to amp up absorption. Small moves, massive impact. I've seen a woman with joint pain start adding turmeric to her scrambled eggs daily. Within a month, not only did her inflammation markers improve, but her blood sugar steadied too. Research supports this. A 2019 study found curcumin can increase GLP-1 secretion in animal models, hinting at human potential. It's not just about health. It's about reclaiming joy in food. Imagine sipping a golden milk latte on a chilly evening, knowing each sip is healing you from the inside. These aren't gimmicks. They're tiny revolutions in your routine, building a foundation for lasting change. But there's one more layer to this, a final piece that ties it all together with undeniable proof. Now, let's hit the peak. 3 strategies, fully unpacked, with results that speak louder than any ad for pricey meds. First, we've got GLP-1 boosting foods as your foundation. Eggs, avocados, high-fiber veggies, nuts, and smart breakfasts. Commit to one per meal, every day. Picture a busy mom, juggling work and kids, starting her day with 2 scrambled eggs and spinach. By week 3, her morning hunger pangs vanished, and her blood sugar readings dropped 20 points. That's real. Second, spices like cinnamon and turmeric. Don't just cook with them, make them a habit. A patient of mine, skeptical as heck, added a teaspoon of cinnamon to his oatmeal daily. A month later, his doctor asked what med he'd started. His numbers looked that good. No med, just spice. Third, superfoods seal the deal. Edamame for soy protein, chia seeds in yogurt for fiber, quinoa over white rice for sustained energy, sweet potatoes with cinnamon to balance their natural sugars. I had a guy swap chips for half a cup of edamame as his afternoon snack. Within weeks, his blood sugar stabilized, and he felt fuller longer. Another woman made avocado salad her go-to lunch 3 times a week. She called it her magic trick because her energy soared, cravings crashed, and she dropped 10 pounds in 2 months. The logic chains together flawlessly. These foods and spices directly stimulate GLP-1 secretion, which curbs appetite, boosts insulin response, and steadies blood sugar, mimicking drug effects naturally. The evidence piles up. Studies show high-fiber diets can lower A1C by 0.5% on average, a clinical win. But it's the stories that hit home. Imagine a man in his 50s, tired of feeling sluggish, setting a smart goal. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. He chose one superfood, chia seeds, adding a tablespoon to his smoothie every morning for 30 days. By day 15, he felt lighter. By day 30, his fasting glucose was down 15%. Start small if you must. 1 meal, 1 spice. But track. Another patient aimed to roast sweet potatoes with cinnamon twice a week as a side dish. The combo countered the potato's sugar spike while satisfying her sweet tooth. Flax seeds, ground and tossed into soups, brought omega-3s and fiber to fight inflammation, perfect for anyone with joint aches. The golden rule I hammer into everyone: 1 GLP-1 booster per meal. No exceptions. It's not perfection, it's progress. I've seen a woman, overwhelmed by diets, start with just nuts as a midday snack. 1/4 cup of almonds, 4 times a week. 2 months in, her cravings were manageable, her sugars better, her confidence back. This isn't theory, it's practice. It's why I push SMART goals. Pick your food, measure how often, like avocado in 4 meals weekly. Keep it doable. Start with 1 meal if 3 feels hard. Tie it to your goals. Better sugars, less inflammation. And set a timeline. 2 weeks, then check. I've watched lives change with these steps. Patients who thought they'd be on meds forever now control their health with a grocery list. The stats don't lie. Diets boosting GLP-1 naturally can cut post-meal glucose spikes by up to 25% in some studies. But beyond numbers, it's the freedom. Freedom from dependency, from cost, from feeling trapped. These 3 strategies aren't just tips. They're a rebellion against a system that says you need a pill to live well. They worked for patients who had nothing else. And they can work for you if you take that first step. Let's lighten the load for a second, because this journey isn't just about grit. It's got some magic in it too. Picture a patient of mine, a woman who'd been dragging through her days, calling her new avocado salad her magic lunch. Why? 3 times a week, she'd toss together greens, half an avocado, a drizzle of olive oil, and some walnuts, and suddenly, she wasn't just full. She was buzzing with energy through the afternoon slump. She'd laugh, saying it felt like a spell had been cast on her plate. And honestly, isn't there something almost whimsical about turning a boring meal into a powerhouse with just a sprinkle of cinnamon or a splash of green tea? I've seen folks get downright giddy over a turmeric latte. Warm, plant-based milk, a pinch of turmeric, a dash of black pepper, and cinnamon, sipping it like it's a secret potion on a cold night. It's not just health, it's rediscovering joy in the mundane. Imagine a dad used to scarfing down chips, trying edamame for the first time as a snack. He pops one in, expecting nothing, then grins ear to ear, crunchy, satisfying, and guilt-free. Within weeks, his blood sugar's better, and he's joking he's found the snack of the gods. Or think of a weekend experiment, a cinnamon-spiced smoothie with almond milk and banana, blending up something that tastes like dessert but fights inflammation. I've had patients turn green tea into a ritual, adding a slice of lemon and sitting down for 5 minutes of peace, realizing health can feel like a treat, not a chore. It's these little surprises that stick with you when a hard-boiled egg sprinkled with turmeric becomes your go-to snack, not just for taste, but because your joints don't ache as much after. The humor hits when you realize you've been overlooking these tiny giants all along. Nuts at your desk, chia seeds in your yogurt, a magic lunch that's just a salad with swag. I've watched a patient light up describing her quinoa stir-fry, swapping white rice for something heartier, tossing in veggies, and a pinch of turmeric, calling it her victory meal after a long day. It's funny, almost absurd, how something so small shifts everything. These aren't just changes, they're moments of wonder, proof that healing can sneak up on you with a smile. So, let's carry that spark forward, because if a sprinkle or a swap can feel this good, imagine what's next when you keep going. So here's the bottom line. 3 natural strategies can transform your fight with weight and blood sugar. No pricey meds required. First, GLP-1 boosting foods like eggs, avocados, nuts, and fiber-rich veggies. Add 1 to every meal. Second, spices like cinnamon, turmeric, and green tea. Make them daily allies. Third, superfoods like edamame, chia seeds, and quinoa. Small swaps with big payoffs. I've seen these work wonders. From a woman dropping pounds with avocado magic to a man steadying his sugars with a pinch of cinnamon. Start small, track your wins, and build from there. If you want to keep hearing stories like these, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell. Your support keeps me sharing. And hey, videos like this can vanish, so don't miss out. Stay with me. Now, tell me in the comments, which trick are you trying first? Avocado magic? A cinnamon kick? Or a superfood swap? I'm all ears for your journey.